Two people have announced their plans to run for seats on the Jasper City Council. We'll have more on that. Plus, the Jasper Chamber of Commerce has announced details for next year's legislative breakfast, and Purdue Extension educator Jan Dugan discusses healthy tips for men and women tonight on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. A trio of Shoals residents were taken into custody yesterday on drug and weapons charges following an investigation by authorities. At about 10:50 yesterday morning, State Police Trooper Jared Lentz assisted two Indiana parole officers as they did a parole search at the home of 47-year-old Darren Bruce Stone in the 15,000 block of Ivy Lane in Shoals. 32-year-old Julie Lentz of Shoals met officers at the door. Lentz told them that she, along with 20-year-old Katie Stone Payne, also of Shoals, were the only two people at home. After doing a protective sweep of the residence, Troopers Lentz found Darren Stone hiding behind a shower curtain in the shower. While inside the residence, officers found a loaded .22 caliber handgun, marijuana roaches, and other drug paraphernalia in plain sight. Stone was not allowed to have the firearm because police say he is a convicted serious violent felon. After getting a search warrant for the residence and outbuildings from the Martin County Prosecutor's Office, officers found 2 baggies of marijuana, a straw that had methamphetamine in it, and additional drug paraphernalia items. Stone, Lentz, and Payne were all taken into custody and booked into the Martin County Jail. Each of them are facing level 5 felonies for possession of methamphetamine with a firearm, along with level 6 felonies for illegal possession of a syringe, Class A misdemeanors for possession of marijuana, and Class B misdemeanors for possession of paraphernalia. Stone and Payne are each facing level 6 felonies for maintaining a common nuisance, while Lentz is charged with a Class B misdemeanor for visiting a common nuisance. Lentz also faces a Class A misdemeanor for false informing. Stone is facing an additional level 4 felony for possession of a firearm by a serious violent felon. Martin County Sheriff's deputies also assisted Indiana State Police. The Jasper Chamber of Commerce has announced details for the first legislative breakfast of 2015. That breakfast is scheduled from 8:30 to 10 a.m. on Saturday, January 10th. It will be held in the theater room at the CTIM building on the Vincennes University Jasper campus. Jasper Chamber Director Nancy Eckerly says the breakfast is a great chance for people to find out more about issues at the state level.
It is a great opportunity for just anyone from the community to ask questions publicly or even to hang around a little bit afterwards and talk to the legislators individually, and they're quite willing to do that. So it's just a great time to meet the people that represent us at the State House and be able to talk to them and just voice your opinion.
Those confirmed to attend thus far are District 47 State Senator Aaron Houchin, District 74 State Representative Lloyd Arnold, and District 63 State Representative Mike Braun. The three will discuss various committees that they have been assigned to, bills that they want to introduce in the upcoming legislative session, and to get acquainted with their constituents. Eckerly says she is hoping for a good turnout once again this year.
We hope for a very nice crowd, and typically we'll get anywhere from 50 to 75 people there. So if you're just interested in knowing what's going on at the state legislature, just plan to attend. You don't have to speak. You don't have to say anything. You can just enjoy just a breakfast bar or something and a cup of coffee with us.
The Jasper Chamber says it plans to hold a second legislative breakfast coming up in March. No definitive date has been set. Speaking of Eckerly, the longtime chamber director has announced her plans to seek the Republican nomination for one of 2 at-large seats on the Jasper City Council. The 57-year-old Eckerly previously served on the council from 1996 to 1999 and represented District 5. Eckerly says though she's been out of politics for a little while, the recent forward movement of the city is prompting her to run for office once again. Eckerly says she is hoping to continue the city's recent momentum. She says doing that will take a lot of effort from everyone. Eckerly currently serves as president of the Jasper Strassenfest Board of Directors. She's also a board member of the Redevelop Old Jasper Action Coalition and Du Bois Strong. Eckerly co-founded the Du Bois County Substance Abuse Council and serves as its co-chairperson. She has also organized the Summer Riverwalk Concert Series, Jasper's O Tannenbaum Days, and the Patoka 2000 Beautification Project. Eckerly has led the Jasper Chamber since 1987. She is a 1976 graduate of Jasper High School and earned degrees in social work from Vincennes University and Indiana State University. Eckerly was honored with a Young Hoosier Award from the Jasper Jaycees in 1993. She was nominated for the first Athena Award from the Rotary Club of Jasper back in 2012 and was named a certified professional by the Indiana Chamber of Commerce Association last year. In related political news, Jasper City Councilman Kevin Manley is planning to run for another term. The 60-year-old has represented the 6th District on the council for the last 8.5 years. He currently is the executive director of the DuBois County Visitors Center, a role that he has been in for the last 3.5 years. Prior to that, Manley worked for Kimball International and Dad's Root Beer Company. Manley serves on several different boards across the area. Those include the Indiana Tourism Association, the Southern Indiana Marketing Cooperative, and Sports Indiana. He's also the treasurer for DC Multisport and chairman of the Radius Tourism Pillar. For community involvement, Manley is a member and a former board member of the Jasper KFC, and he's a member of the Moose Lodge 1175 and the Jasper American Legion Post. Manley graduated from JHS in 1972. He's been an active sportsman all throughout his life. He spent 9 years as a 7th grade basketball coach and 3 years as a Pony League coach. Manley says he's proud of his service to the council, and he says he looks forward to playing a role in shaping a brighter future for Jasper. A national schools ranking service has placed 3 local school districts among the top 100 in Indiana. Greater Jasper was 44th out of 100 on the list. Meanwhile, North Spencer Schools placed 54th in the top 100. Southwest DuBois came in 74th. Now, the rankings were put together based on several factors, including weighted letter grades assigned for categories such as academics, educational outcomes, and resources and facilities, along with parent and student surveys on overall experiences with a school district. All of those were then factored into the final grade. Half of that final grade comes from the academics category. Each of the other individual categories were no more than 10%. Greater Jasper graded out at a B+ overall. North Spencer and Southwest DuBois received Bs. Across other area schools, Northeast and Southeast DuBois, along with Pike Central schools, were just outside the top 100. All 3 of those graded out at B-. 3 people escaped injury after a 2-car accident on the south side of Jasper overnight. Just before 7:50 last night, DuBois County Sheriff's deputies were called to the intersection of South Meridian Road and State Road 162 on a reported accident. Deputies say 45-year-old Brenda Newhoff of Huntingburg had been going southbound on South Meridian Road when she forgot to stop at the intersection with State Road 162. At this point, Newhoff noticed an eastbound vehicle driven by 64-year-old David Berkman of Jasper and tried to accelerate through the intersection. Berkman saw Newhoff's vehicle go through the intersection without stopping, and he tried to slow down to avoid the collision, but could not. Berkman's vehicle hit the right rear of Newhoff's vehicle. Newhoff's vehicle then went south on South Meridian Road and hit a guardrail on the east side. Berkman's vehicle continued eastbound and spun around 180 degrees, winding up on the south side of the roadway, facing west. Newhoff, a passenger in her vehicle, 17-year-old Derek Newhoff of Huntingburg, and Berkman all refused medical treatment at the scene. Damage to Newhoff's vehicle was estimated at $12,000. Berkman's vehicle sustained $10,000 in damages. Newhoff was cited for disregarding a stop sign. Jasper Police, the Jasper Fire Department, Memorial Hospital EMS, and a wrecker from Eulor & Sons all assisted. Finally this evening, Hoosiers looking to find out more about travel conditions across the state can now do so through a new mobile app. The state unveiled the free County Travel Status app earlier today. Governor Mike Pence says the app is a great resource for citizens and visitors to the state. He says the app will build off of the state's already popular travel advisory map. State officials say that map was the most visited page on in.gov. Between December 1st of last year and March 31st of this year, the page had nearly 5 million unique visitors. The new app notifies folks of weather concerns along with flooding, hazardous materials spills, and other events that could affect travel. The app is now available for iPhone and Android smartphones. The app project was a collaboration between the Indiana Office of Technology and the state's Department of Homeland Security. All right, coming up after the break, your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform with Jan Dugan. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.